Oh, it's Tuesday afternoon, almost chore time around. I'm out here a little early because it's nice out and I just wanted to shoot this video really quick and have some of the horses that I'm always talking about in the background. That black and white one there in the foreground, you can kind of see him. That's Kona. And he belongs to the girl that gave me that horse mug that I'm always drinking coffee out of. Behind him, there's a little red horse. That's Rosie. She's mine. And I've been using her for some of the lessons. I don't know. She's pretty solid. She taught my sister how to ride. But yeah, so I don't know what happened, but I logged into my BPO account yesterday and I saw that I had an assignment up in Sumas, which is like an hour and 15 minutes away. I was not too thrilled about that, and I did not accept it because I didn't want to drive up there for $20 lousy. So what I had done, there was two of them in kind of the same area, so I quoted them back $35 each, and I would do it within their turnaround time. And my quote expired, and then all of a sudden in my queue for an assignment that I had to get done by 4 p.m. today was the Sumas one. So, I was like, oh, I better just do it, not too thrilled about it. But, and I was able to pick up another one on the way out of town. So, but, and I went and checked on another one that they've been asking about. Some of these, these places, I get on Google Maps or whatever, and I look at the satellite imagery to see if it's going to be easily accessible, visible from the road, and what the situation is like around that property. So the one up in Sumas, I didn't want to do because I could tell that the house had a really long driveway set up off of the road, and I don't like driving up people's driveways. In fact, we're not really supposed to, but a lot of times people aren't home during the day. The first one was fine. That house actually was vacant, and it's just all I had to do was take a couple pictures and assess for any damages and how much that would cost, and then submit my report. That one was super easy. And then, so I get up there to the Sumas one, find the address, and I see Toby. He's chasing a cat. Anyways, sometimes in rural areas, there's like a long driveway with maybe like 3 or 4 houses up that road, and that could have been possible here. So I went ahead and drove up the first 2 switchbacks of the driveway. It's a super steep gravel driveway, and I could see the house. So I got my picture of the house and was turning my car around, and somebody came out and asked me, what I was doing. It's the first time anybody's ever approached me doing these things. And I told her, I was a contractor with blah, blah, blah. And I'm just supposed to take a couple of pictures of the exterior of the house and any damages that might be present, and that it was from her lender or her insurance. And she says, well, we've already had an appraisal out here. I'm going to ask you to leave. She was weird too. They had probably like 12 dogs running around and crappy fences, made out of hog wire and T-posts. And when people act like that, it really makes me wonder what in the world is going on there. I don't know. Some of these things, though, you have to be careful because you could get shot. People think, you're trespassing or whatever. But anyways, and then I forgot to take my street photo, so I got probably 10 minutes down the road and I had to turn around and go back. I thought about faking a photo for it, but I was like, no, I don't want to have to drive back up here if they say, this doesn't look like it's anywhere near this address. Then the other one I went and looked at was, I just drove by it and I'm like, nope. Same thing, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, trees lining the front so you have a hard time seeing the front of the house, and then like 6 or 8 dogs, and 10 cars in the driveway. Somebody was obviously home, and I was gonna have to kind of like peer around the trees to get a shot of the house. And then there was security cameras, no trespassing signs everywhere. would have liked to have picked that one up though, because it's $85. But no, I just did not have a good feeling about it. I don't want to be approached by people. You know, I just want to get in there, take my pictures, because that only just takes a second. Most of the time I can do it right from the car, and get the heck out of there, get my report done. But yeah, I didn't like being talked to that way today. Usually people don't find me suspicious. You know, it's not like I'm driving an old beater. I don't look like a druggie. I don't know, they didn't have a gate at the end of their driveway. I mean, if they're so concerned about security and everything, they would have a gate, like a normal person. And then I wouldn't have driven up there. I wouldn't open the gate. Although we did have one crazy lady do that here. She drove her car through our electric gate. I think she was on drugs or something. And then I talked to the neighbor, and he said that he saw her sitting, like, over at the neighbor's house on the fence line, observing our horses. So that was a few years ago. They've all got their blankets on. I probably could have pulled them today, but did I bring my phone out here? Yeah, I did. Last time I checked the weather, which the weather forecast seems to change by the hour around here, and then what they're actually posting for the temps and what's going to happen doesn't actually happen. Like, I thought we were going to have snow and, you know, 25-degree temperatures all this week. Not so. Sunny today. It looks like we have rain coming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 70 to 80% chance. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday are clear. And then back to rain on Monday. Kona, he can be a bully sometimes. That little black horse trotting off in the distance, that's another one of mine. That's Dancer. She is ancient. At least, what would that put her at? Probably 2019? 18? 18, 19, 20, 21. So she's at least 26 or 25 minimum. I actually think she might be a little bit older than that. I don't have her papers or anything, but her and there's another little black horse out there are sort of a package deal. So they're very, very bonded. And this one here was Lacey. Here, I'll show you some more of them. Let's see here. That one in the pen, that's Aries. He's the one that's usually in the stall here. And then that is Skeeter. And then we have Harley and May standing there next to him. Yeah, it's horses. I'll show you a couple of others. Don't look at my junk. And broken lawnmowers. Actually, I can't get either one of them going. And I need to get that Kubota started. Probably, I don't know, it seems to always have like some sort of safety switch that gets stuck, or I don't know. Okay, so we have horses out here too. See if I can get all of them. The two on the left, Synchronicity, she's the lighter colored one, and then Caesar on the far left. And then we have Big John. Big John is probably one of the most destructive horses I've ever had here. He breaks things. What happened to your neck cover? Yeah. We should just take it off. He's like, nope, my mom put it on. That's Sugar. And that's Matilda over there. Hi, Sugar. Matilda's been having arthritis issues with her back foot. So I've been giving her special supplements and some painkillers to help that.